breakfast time, 2 eggs, 2 bacon, bit of Tommy K, bit of salt, and a nice slice of brown wholemeal. Fabulous. So it's been a while since I've done a vid, been a while since you've seen the girl, so let's get her out. So it's now December, so as you know, the worst time of the year to keep a car clean. So, cleaned her on Sunday. Now the challenge is try and keep up with cleaning every Sunday, because you know that the weather is going to kill that for us. So let's see. Looking good at the moment though. So I've actually managed to put my Christmas tree up, clip here, but the mission for today is to get some winter tyres on the girl. So I'm going to go get some winter tyres fitted, and hopefully then I won't be as frightened driving this bugger around in winter when it starts to get icy. So just put the boxes away from the Christmas decorations. Then I realised I saw this on the ladder. So just picking up the tyres from Larkspeed. Obviously anything you need, tyres wise, suspension, anything for modifying cars, they're your men. They're in Leeds, West Yorkshire. So pop along and get them. I've just picked up my tyres, so now heading off to get them fitted. So just picked up the tyres, they're all in the back of the car. Oh my God, that was a bit of a squish. I was a bit worried they weren't going to go in, but actually, with the seats folded down, they've gone in dead easy. So 265/30 tyres and 235/35s. So I'm just going to go get them fitted now. So off I go. I'm going to a place called Motorsport Wheels to get the tyres fitted, which is also in Leeds, near to where Larkspeed is. Obviously Larkspeed do some great prices on tyres, and they are total specialists in suspension or anything you need for a modified car. Literally, website's www.larkspeed.com. Find them on Google. They've got an eBay shop. They're everywhere. So look them up if you need anything. And Motorsport Wheels are going to do the fitting, so I'm going up there now. What the brand I've gone with Hancoops. Now, yeah, it's not top-notch brand. I wanted something half decent, because obviously the reason is I want to keep me on the road in winter, and I wanted match front to rear, so I could have spent an absolute fortune getting Michelin's or something similar. But Hancoops, yeah, they're not a bad brand, they're not the most expensive, they're certainly not the cheapest. So that's what I've gone with, and there they are. And off we go now. Okay, tyres are sorted. So what I'm going to do now is just get a quick gym session in. Got the obligatory pre-workout. And then obviously, you know, popped into Wilko, so this sort of just happened as well. Can't go into Wilko without getting pick and mix. It's only £1. I mean, what's that like compared to the cinema where you get like one fudge for £1? Anyway, had to be done. So, gym session incoming. Going to try and do a bit of upper body, although I might squeeze a little bit of glutes in as well. Got to be done. Generally, at the moment with training, what I'm generally doing is just splitting upper and lower body. So I upper one day, lower the next, and just repeat like that. And pretty much all my lower body sessions are mainly glute focused. With the upper body, generally focusing on back, shoulders and triceps. Classic girl thing, you know, most of us girls aren't really bothered about training chest for obvious reasons. So yeah, off we go. I mean, look at her in the sunshine. What an absolute beaut. Fabulous. Right, heading off to Pure Gym, which is here at the Springs. So I've been practicing what they call the Turkish get-up, which is this move. I've been using it here just as like a bit of a warm-up, just to get all my joints moving really. So just using like a light kettlebell and just practicing the move. Not perfect, but you know, I'm getting there. So just did sort of one on each side and then moved it on with a slightly heavier kettlebell before moving into hip thrust. So mainly training upper body today, but I started off with hip thrust just because I didn't do any heavy sort of glute training yesterday, so I wanted to just include that. So with the hip thrusts, which you'll see in the next clip, obviously this is just me doing Turkish get-ups again with a slightly heavier weight just to get a little bit warmed up. With the hip thrusts, I'm tending to do like a pyramid set, which you will see coming up. So I'll start with a lightish weight, high reps, and then start adding heavier and heavier weight up to like maybe go up to 5 reps on a really heavy weight. So the first set you'll see coming up is just a light weight for 20 reps. The second set you'll see, I think it was my third set, which was slightly heavier. Then right at the end of the pyramid, I'll go strip it right back down again to the original weight, which is this weight, which I think was 40 kilos at this stage. And I'll go back to 20 reps again just to finish the whole thing off. And for that set, I usually put a band on my knees just to make it that little bit more intense. You can see here, bench height is a little bit high for me. The bench probably wants to be a little bit lower. I really had to lift myself up onto the bench. It's not the most comfortable positions to hip thrust from. So I would have said normally 14 to 16 inches. But you see that heels are under knees and I keep my gaze dead straight forward, chin on chest. That makes sure the move's coming from your glutes and not just you thrusting your lower back up. So really key point, keep that chin on chest. Knees above, heels and bench height. They're all the key things really with this. So yeah, you'll see this is now my set, heavier set for 10 reps. You can see there, struggling to get back up on the bench to the right height. So yeah, the bench is just a little bit too high. Then as I say, after this set, heavier again for 5 reps, then strip it right back to the lightest weight for 20 reps with a band on the knees. And that's the hip thrust pyramid sorted. So obviously now getting on to the actual upper body section of the workout. Obviously for push for time, usually what I'll do is just superset 2 exercises together. So here I've got the seated row and I love this bar attachment because it means you can get a really good squeeze at the back as you bring the bar into yourself. And then I'm supersetting this with a rear fly with just light dumbbells. So you'll probably see here I just swizzle around and do the rear flies. Generally working with 12 to 15 reps, and I did 4 sets of these and then moved on.
So here again, supersetting, tricep push downs with the V-shaped attachment, keeping those elbows really tightly tucked in, big squeeze at the end of the rep, again 12 to 15, and this one I'm supersetting with a lateral raise, just again with a fairly light dumbbell. I did these as a single arm, you'll see, just because I find if I hold on with one arm and just go single arm, I can get better control over the weight, and you will probably find you won't throw the weights up. You'll probably control them better just by able to hold on. It keeps your torso nice and still. So obviously, again, 12 to 15 on each arm, and again, 3 to 4 sets, and that was my workout time done. So this brings me to the end of this video. Obviously, I've just speeded up this last bit of me doing lateral raises. I think you get the general gist. Obviously, a lot slower and controlled. Not what I'm doing here. So yeah, see you guys next time. Leave you with a couple of shots of the car now. Winter tyres fitted. Let's see how she fares with these on. With that extra grip, I might absolutely love it and not want to take them off. Okay guys, see you in the next video.